The challenges that face the growth of women's sport in Africa is characterized by lack of proper equipment or attire during play. Women's rugby knows this all too well. Many unions across the continent decry inadequate funds as their major hurdle. But the Confederation of African Rugby believes the problem is also within society.
Culture in our countries and also attitudes. These two things are drawing us back, but gradually we're eating into it. Because if you have a girl child who gets introduced into rugby at an early age and they try it and they love it and they want to play it, it will be very difficult for you to prize them away from the sport. That is what we're doing. We have a new development tool called Get Into Rugby.
In the run-up to the Africa Women's Tournament in Nairobi this week, the Confederation held a seminar with country officials to identify other pitfalls they face and how to lighten the financial burdens many unions face. CAR's drive to popularize the sport among women is also boosted by rugby's inclusion to the Olympic Games from 2016.
Because not all countries have it, it means it's wide open. So if you pull yourself up, you could get into the Olympic team. That is why so much interest is being shown in the African countries now.
And while the interest in the short version of rugby grows, there are plans to introduce the original version of the sport among women as well.
It's out of 15s that we get 7s. If you grow your 15s game, you will have a larger pool to select from, and you pick the most athletic ones into your 7s. We like to put this message out there to our African countries that don't neglect your 15s.
South Africa successfully defended their title as they clinched the 2014 Africa Women's Sevens title with a 15-0 victory over hosts Kenya. The best two teams from this year's African competition will get a chance to compete for co-team status in the IRB World Series, even as the Confederation of African Rugby continues to preach the promotion of women's rugby across the continent. Celestine, Karoney, CCTV in Machakos, Kenya.